that these men saved the world, saved our country, saved our freedom. And this is the last and final chapter of their life.
We are back inside Music City Mall outside the Dillard's Court as we continue Permian Basin Honor Flight Telethon. And we hope you'll call in your pledges, 580-5672, to help us raise money to send more veterans to Washington, D.C. to see these war memorials that many of them, quite frankly, haven't got a chance to see. We've been on 3 of these, Mike, and what an incredible trip, and the stories are amazing.
Well, as you know, the emphasis is on World War II veterans because a lot of them never got to see their memorial because it wasn't built until not just a few years ago. So we're going to look back at one of those World War II veterans who was a female Marine and her story. It's an emotional one.
At the Korean War Memorial in Washington, D.C., 81-year-old Lois White is modest when it comes to her time in the Marine Corps. She served at the height of the war.
It was something that I wanted to do, and it was available to me, and I knew I could be a good Marine, so I joined.
There weren't many women.
No, there were not.
Lois pauses against a backdrop of statues at the memorial, each with a face carefully sculpted after a real soldier who lost their life in the Korean War.
Sadness. I find it very sad. And those guys were probably 18 years old. They hadn't even got started yet. And it's a sadness to me.
A sadness deeply felt, taps playing, flags flying to honor the lives lost and honor some men never felt.
And when they came back, we didn't treat them right either. I'm glad to be here to treat them right today.
Oh, say does that star-spangled...
The wreath set, arms wavering in salute, a pause for one final farewell.
Or the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Lois White was on our 3rd honor flight, and then she passed away shortly after. Joining us right now is Carol Johnson, her daughter. And Carol, I know for you as well as for your mom, this was a great experience. Tell me why.
It was awesome for lots of different reasons, but she got to see her Korean memorial. She was one of only two women on that trip, and she was treated awesome. She was inducted to the Women's Military Hall of Fame, and it was just awesome.
This was something that she wanted to do very badly.
She did. She ordered me to death about it. But, I wasn't sure she was really healthy enough to go, but she pulled it together, and she had a wonderful time.
We're so glad that both of you went with us on it, and it meant a lot. And World War II veterans, of course, the emphasis of the Permian Basin Honor Flight, and we're just glad that you came with us.
Well, I am too. I would not have missed it for the world.
All right, Jay.
Mike, I think the funniest part was, bless your heart, having to push her around, and that was the first flight we did, and we wore everybody out that first flight.
You did. You wore it, but it was great, But at the end of the day, the reception that the veterans got was just breathtaking. It was just amazing.
Even the weather and all.
Even the weather.
Yeah, the weather was great too.
Of course, our effort is to send more, so please call in your pledges, 580-5672. $1,600 could send one veteran. Do your part, and please call in your pledges. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more in just a minute.
Call us.